Hey yo, what we're saying, it's your boy AJ, and we back to look at the Kefla celebration that happened on JP, which is more than likely coming to global. It's pretty much 99.9% nailed on to be the Kefla celebration. So obviously we probably will get the information sometime today, revolving her, like, obviously her links and all that sort of stuff, the active skill with you'll have a video of the English dub, and then possibly see the banner go live maybe Tuesday morning, maybe. Obviously the 350 million download celebration is going to happen at the end of August, possibly around this sort of time, 31st or 1st of September. So what we could see is this celebration might last from, probably, like I say, the Tuesday the 11th all the way up until possibly either the 23rd or the 24th, and then we get like a pre-anniversary pre-celebration countdown during this sort of week that leads into the 350, and then, like I say, banners go live this day. So the Kefla celebration on JP was split into two parts, so we'll have a look at part one and part two together, and some things that happened have already happened on global, obviously, so it's pretty easy to kind of put it all back into one, pretty much. So we'll have a look. So obviously it's the Intense Heat Fully Energetic campaign. So obviously you had the login bonus, special missions, Hercules heart pounding gifts, which would be nice. I mean, this ran for quite a while, like two or even like 2.5 weeks. I mean, that would be nice. That's a minimum of a stone a day extra, at least. If you're really lucky, you're going to end up getting a lot more than that. Obviously you have the Dokkan Fest banner, which has the Kefla and then has a new Vados card, which is quite good. You have, I think this was the, yes, I think this for the new Kefla category that she leads is rapid growth. I don't know what that's going to translate to in English. Please don't make it something stupid like they've done with every other one so far, like final trump card, last resort sounds so much better. So yeah, this is a rapid growth category summon banner. So I wouldn't touch that unless you haven't got these two units, the KO and the Kefla. I'll go over those in a second. A mysterious AJ-Azukai banner, obviously Dragonstone sales, new Dokkan event, a new stage to the Warriors of Universe 6 story event, which you can get, I think it's skill orbs exclusively for Universe 6 characters. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can get like level 3 like crits and additionals. So that'll be insane if you do happen to get those. We have in the news already confirmation about that coming, and also the confirmation that that stage 7 and stage 8 of the Infinite Dragon Ball history is coming. So we're getting the Universe 6 Dragon Ball history and the Youth Dragon Ball history, the one that came with the Gotenks and Boo on JP. So we're getting both of them, which is, hey ho, it is what it is. Obviously a bunch of story events returning. This is an interesting one. These two Dokkan events here are up every day because there's an EZA area, Extreme Z area, for this Freezer that awakens and this Cooler. I might go over that in a separate video. I've got it that I pulled up about it, but I might go over that in a separate video because that's quite an interesting one. I don't know if that's going to happen during this celebration or not. They might hold off on it. Possibly they might. I mean, it's going to be a lot to cram in anyway. Chain battle is a interesting one. They could give it us now. I can't see them giving it us to global. I can't see them giving it us during 350. I can definitely see it happening either after or now. And if it doesn't happen now, I'm pretty sure it would probably be after. So the Extreme Z that JP got during his time was the Rose, the AGL one. Now, of course, we already have that. We had that a while ago. So what possibly, is there anything else down here? No, it's just all about things. And there's these returning story events as well. So yeah, regarding the Extreme Z battle and regarding some other stuff as well, if you go over to part 2, there you go. So they had the, obviously, more missions, login bonuses. We'll get to that event in a second. So it had this Extreme Z area here, Extreme Z battle, sorry, which was Extreme Z Awaken for the Kale and the Kefla, the Super Saiyan 2 and the Berserk Kale. Again, we'll go over their cards in a second, but yeah, I think this is just pretty much going to replace the Rose 1, and then that's just going to be that. We're not going to get two EZAs like JP got global shaft, I know. But yeah, that's going to replace the Rose EZA. And obviously, we're not going to get this legendary summon banner. We've already got the UI Goku. I mean, if it returns, plenty of people will summon for him, and that's pretty much the biggest trap to set before 350, possibly. Obviously, these Dokkan events were only up for the UI Goku. So to start off with, obviously we're going to have a look at the Kefla herself. So she's a Universe 6 and Rapid Growth leader. Universe 6 Key 3 and all stats 170. Rapid Growth Key plus 3 and attack HP attack defense 150. She greatly stacks attack through every single one of her forms and causes immense damage and lowers defense. In her base form, defense plus 100, attack plus 100 when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack plus 50 and high chance of evading enemy super attack with 6 or more key spheres obtained. So with every form you'll see, you do want to get 6 or more key spheres with her to get that dodge. Well, that great high chance, which is 50%. So that's not too bad. Transforms into Super Saiyan from the third turn from start battle, and her links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Battlefield Diva, Fuse Fighter, Power Bestowed by God, Warriors of the Universe 6, Tournament Power, and Fierce Battle. And category she's on is Peppy Gals, Universe Survival Saga, Patara, Full Power, Transformation Boost, Universe 6, Super Saiyans, Super Saiyan 2, Last Resort, I'm still calling it that, I do not care, and Rapid Growth. On all these teams, obviously Universe Survival Saga, Universe 6, her own category, even Transformation Boost, she'll be really good on those. So after 3 turns you transform into the Super Saiyan form, and it greatly lowers defense now, super attack, and her passive skill goes up to defense 150 and attack plus 150 when performing super attack, and obviously that still stays at a 50% chance. And then obviously you need to keep your HP above 60%, so the next turn she transforms into Super Saiyan 2. So a super attack goes to massively lowers defense, which is 8% for 3 turns, which is absolutely insane for Super Battle Road and stuff like that. She gives herself Key plus 2 and a defense plus 160, attack plus 160 when performing a super attack, and obviously the rest is pretty much the same. And with this Kefla, she does have an active skill. So the active skill can be activated when there's a Pure Saiyans or Universe Survival Saga category enemy once only. Pretty much most of the game, the Legendary Goku event is the prime example. That's Universe Survival Saga and Pure Saiyan. Most Dokkan events, revolve around Saiyans. Most of the newer sort of events have, Universe Survival Saga, and her active skill changes physical key spheres to STR key spheres and attacks effectively against all types for 1 turn. So you pretty much become, an absolute monster. So yeah, I don't think personally I'm going to summon for this Kefla, and I wouldn't suggest. Unless you're the biggest Kefla fan, then I wouldn't suggest summoning for her. Just save your stones, man. Just save your stones, because trust me, 350 million is going to be insane. So yeah, we talked briefly about this Extreme Z battle, the Kale and Caulifla one. So the weakness for this event is represented as Universe 7. So if you have the LR Freeku, or you have the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, this event's probably going to be a bit of a breeze. So if you go against, obviously, both of them, pretty much. In terms of when you actually do get them Extreme Z Awakened, we'll go over the Caulifla first. So before her Extreme Z Awakening, she was, you could tell she was a bit outdated. The high chance to evade enemy super attack and medium chance to actually counter it, that was pretty good. But defensively, all she did was raise her defense by 30% for 3 turns every super attack. So after Extreme Z Awakening, the leader skills on these people are just I don't think anyone really bothers about leader skills unless it's the main summonable unit. So her super attack causes supreme damage to enemy and raises defense by 60% for 3 turns. That's really nice. And then her passive skill, attack plus 120 and defense plus 60%. High chance, which is 50% of evading enemy super attack, or medium chance of evading enemy super attack and countering. Attacks effective against all types when there's an ally whose name includes Kale attacking in the same turn. So obviously on this this category, you'll get Kale and Kefla on the same turn. This category, this category, this category, every single category, you'll get Kale and Kefla on the same turn. You don't want to run this Kale with pretty much anyone else. Now the Kale is pretty much an extreme buff. So before she literally had no defense whatsoever, but now she's pretty much a super battle road killer. Let me tell you that. So her super attack causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. Her passive skill, attack plus 160%. Like that in itself is pretty good, but then launches additional attack which has a great chance of becoming a super attack. So you could get a double super pretty much, and you greatly lower in defense there. So that's 50% for 3 turns. You can do that twice. Reduces damage received by 60% for 6 turns from the start of turn. Wow, that's just, you can already tell that is insane. I mean, for Super Battle Road, if you can get those events done in 6 turns, if you can get them battles done in 6 turns, this Kale is a must for any of these. Universe 6 is going to get a Super Battle Road stage soon on JP. Obviously, Pure Saiyans, I don't know if these two have one. I think Universe Survival Saga has one. I can't remember if Pure Saiyans has a SBR or not. I know, obviously, this is a bit of a new category, so I don't think it will have it yet. So after those 6 turns are over, you need to get 6 or more key spheres, physical key spheres, to get that 60% damage reduction. And what I wanted to show you was just 2 units you could run her with that would help her get that. So obviously you do want to run her with the Kefla, but especially in Kale's, in terms of Kale, there's no sort of restrictions or extra buffs around having her over Kefla unit. So what you could do if you're running Pure Saiyans, you could definitely run her with this guy who does change key spheres to physical. Or if you're running Universe Survival Saga, Peppy Gals, Pure Saiyans, no. I mean, Dokkan needs to take a page out of Legends book and just add Kefla, add Gogeta, add Vegeta to Pure Saiyans. They are 2 Saiyans. 2 Saiyans don't make half a Saiyan or 3/4 of a Saiyan. They make another Pure Saiyan. Just saying. So yeah, you could easily run this Kefla. I mean, she's quite old, but it changes in key spheres to physical, and you could easily run her with her on, well, pretty much. Is she on Exploding Rage? No, she's not on Exploding Rage, but every other of her categories here, you could easily run her with a Kefla, and that's pretty much you have a very, very high chance of getting those 6 physical key spheres, sorry. So yeah, those 2 look absolutely insane. And speaking of Kale and Kefla, their base forms that were on this, where was it? It was on this Rapid Growth Summon banner. Yes, so these 2. So yeah, these 2 get awakenings during this celebration. So you got the Kefla there and the Kale there. So the Kefla is a Universe 6 and Peppy Gals sub lead. Their super attack stacks attack and defense and causes pre-damage and lowers enemy defense. Passive skill is attack and defense plus 8%. Chance of evading enemies attack including super attacks plus 8% per Universe 6 or Peppy Gals category ally on the team. Evades enemy's attack when there is a Universe Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans category enemy, and launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when you have a Kale on this in the same turn. So most people before this girl got an awakening, most people were running her on Legendary Goku event anyway, just because she has this guaranteed dodge. I mean, when you get to the last stage against the Int UI and you can't dodge, then it's just bye-bye. But up until then, most people just took her onto that event, and even some Super Battle Roads, just because she did have that guaranteed dodge. So yeah, the Kale as well, Pure Saiyans and Peppy Gals instead of Universe 6 and Peppy Gals. Again, stat attack and defense again, supreme damage and lowest defense. Her passive skill is attack and defense plus 8%, attack and defense plus 10% per Pure Saiyan or Peppy Gals category ally on the team. No, there's no sort of restriction on that, so you could get the full, which would that class it as 60% or the class it as 70%? Let's see. allies with both the required categories, including herself, give her a total. Okay, so she'll get absolutely an insane. If you can get Pepper Gales and Pure Saiyan, so basically her, this Kefla, I think even these two will count. That's already a load of buffs there. Yeah, so gets a additional attack percent, attack and defense plus 10%. Pure ally on the team. Launches an additional super attack when there's a Universal Saga or Pure Saiyan's category enemy, and then Guard activated against all attacks when there's a Kefla in the same turn. So these two pretty much just run the rotation by themselves. Let's just say that. Yeah, so I wanted to look into this event here, the Awaken Power Trial for a New Domain. So basically, this is just going to be a limited event where you have to take these like free-to-play Bardock characters in, which we got from the Same Day celebration. So you have to bring these guys, and what you get from it, I mean, it's 10 stamina, 12 stamina, 10, 12 stamina, something like that. It's literally next to nothing. You're fighting a nobody enemy. You get this ticket here, which you get 1 to 3 of, and it basically in the treasure chest in the barbershop. The one that obviously on global at the minute is just being used for nothing. It's just a placeholder at the moment. You do get to open chests there to get skill orbs that can only be equipped to obviously those free-to-play characters, excluding the LR. Will we get this or not? I don't know. It might do, and they could then introduce the the treasure chest thing there. And obviously, just a side note as well, if you do clear these events 30 times, you do get another copy of this guy. I think at the moment we only managed to get 1 dupe for him through the Same Day celebration, so he's at 69% for most people at the minute. So obviously we get 1 more dupe for him now. Where the other 2 will come from, no idea. It is what it is. So yeah, I could definitely see them bringing this as well as Chain Battle. I mean, Chain Battle is going to be probably, I might do a separate video on it, but I could definitely see them bringing this and Chain Battle out at the same time. Maybe bring Chain Battle out at the start of the celebration, like around the 11th, because I mean the assets are already on global, and like the treasure chest section in the barbershop is already out on global. It just says like, please stay tuned for later updates or whatever it says. So yeah, I could definitely see them bringing that out then, and then bringing this event out on probably the 18th, just before, like a week before the celebration ends. So yeah, that one is pretty, it could happen, it could not. We will see how it goes. And then another thing, obviously I did touch on it a little bit, but this Extreme Z area for the cooler and the freezer. So the freezer, in case you guys didn't know, the freezer you do get from the Full Power Freezer event. This isn't the card you get from it. You do get a first form freezer that Dokkan awakens into a final form freezer, and then that Dokkan awakens into this guy. So you do get a Dokkan awakening and then an Extreme Z after, like in the same sort of vein like they did with the Wrathful Broly. This guy, the cooler, is available from the Incredible Gem shop. So if you've got nothing to do on global at the minute, do farm Incredible Gems. I find that the best one for me is probably I can't remember the exact stage name and number, but it's basically the last one of the Android like story, so to speak, where you go against Super 17. That's the kind of one I've been doing at the moment. I think I'm maximally getting maybe 10 to 15 per run if I don't run into not garlic, Pilaf or launch. So yeah, that guy is available from the Incredible Gem shop, and the Extreme Z Awakens as well. And in this one you can only use Wicked Bloodline characters. Well, some Wicked Bloodline characters. They're obviously missing out on the Tech Golden Freezer, the World Tournament Mecha Freezer. There's quite a few, but obviously you do need those 2 guys in your team as well. These 2 guys are pretty important as well, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, you do need these guys for the LR Prime Battle Goku, that one, the EZA for that one. You do need these guys, I think, for that. So yeah, pretty much that's going to wrap this one up. Like I say, just to like go over things again, obviously we're going to get most of this, pretty much all of this, the Extreme Z area Extreme Z battle down here, sorry. This one, the Rose, is just going to be replaced with the Kale and Kefla one. Chain battle, possibly even now, or it will come after 350. I can't see them doing it during 350. I don't know why. I just really can't. It'll make no sense. And yeah, everything else is going to pretty much stay the same. I think. Obviously, there's going to be no UI Goku banner. Sorry for you guys that don't have UI Goku. I mean, I have him. Just saying. I'm not going to go into how many stones I spent on it. But yeah. So yeah, that's going to wrap things up here. It's been your boy AJ signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.